McQueen Sports Show on this Frozen Football Friday with your lone host today in the studio, Matty Highland. We have quite a show today with NFL games that have playoff implications, some NCAA Bowl mania, like pick'ems, and that is actually starting this weekend. And like always, we have breaking news to start out the show. But first, I am joined by Smitty McQueen, who is live on the phone from Denver Airport. How are you doing, Smitty?
What's up, Matty? How you doing?
Pretty good. Are you ready to get the show on the road?
Yeah, I got my Snapple, peach Snapple. Let's get it going.
All right, sounds good. So breaking news today. There's a little bit of like every sport, really. We have Tiger Woods. He is returning. He announced yesterday that he is returning to Riviera Country Club, basically where it all began in 1992 when he was 16 years old, when he participated in his first PGA Tour event. And it's been a while. First time since 2006 that he's going to play in the Genesis Open in February. I believe it's like the 13th through 16th. That's Tiger Woods. Hasn't released his 2017 schedule just yet, but he's getting more tournaments in. Hopefully we can see him keep playing, and I would love to see him on tour and hopefully get a few more majors. Next, we have the MLB. Their new labor deal, more stuff is coming out. This came out this morning, actually. It is requiring earlier start times on getaway day games, or beginning in 2018, where if you play a Wednesday night and then you play a Thursday, it's going to be at noon, or it's a certain time for teams based off traveling, especially if it's more than 2 hours or 3 hours, basically across the country with the flight times.
I like it.
I love this because we had some instances last year where the Orioles had to go, or Boston had to go from Maryland to Detroit. I know that's not that far, but Detroit should not have the game earlier than 5 later than 5 p.m. the night before. It'll make it work out better. In the long run, I like it.
Especially for East Coast teams to fly out to the West Coast teams. There's obviously 4 hours different, or 3 hour difference. That, those the day, night, doubleheader, day, whatever. That definitely takes a hit on a body, jet lag, all of that. I love this. That's awesome. I'm glad that you dug in more to the baseball collective bargaining. I have no idea what else is breaking news, as the flight was delayed an hour, so that definitely put a hurt on things. But keep going, Matty. I love it.
All right. Well, we talked about Aaron Rodgers a little bit last night with some fans. Came out today that with his calf injury, or his whatever you want to call it, not just like bruised calf, whatever, he may not practice at all this week, but he is expected to play Sunday against the Chicago Bears. Hopefully he can make it a go, and it kind of hurt him a little bit last week against the Seahawks. Do you think he'll be fine?
Yeah, I think he will. Obviously, I need to check the forecast for Chicago. Just because of the cold weather, you don't know what's going to happen if it gets tied up or, tighten up or what. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. He's going to do good. Sunday, the high is 3 degrees. The low, -12, -12. That is going to be cold. If that thing gets tight, I would have to worry about the Packers.
I thought Kansas weather was bad. That just sounds awful. Moving on for more breaking news. We have, because of the Minnesota boycotts going on and the issue with the players, they found with Northern Illinois, their football program being most likely would replace the team, assuming assuming Minnesota doesn't play, and the NCAA, I believe it's the Football Oversight Committee, would officially name them as a replacement based off APR, which for the NCAA is academic progress rate. They are the best 5-7 team out there right now, after all the bowls have been selected, as we know. What are your thoughts
Yeah.
on Northern Illinois possibly getting in?
It's cool. Obviously, Northern Illinois has been there before. I like it. I like it a lot. You know, I don't know any other stuff really on it. So, yeah, let them in.
All right. Well, we have one more breaking news. It was some basketball with college women's basketball, more specifically Baylor women's basketball. Last night they set the Division I record for the largest margin of victory in the women's, that is, after defeating Winthrop 140-32. Whoa. 108 point difference. It was the previous margin was set by Grambling over Jarvis Christian College back in 1986 when they defeated them 139-37. Whoa. The coach for Winthrop, the Eagles, he came up to the Baylor coach last night and said, "Job well done. You guys deserve that. It's just remarkable."
Yeah.
Any takes, Smitty?
Blowout. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Baylor has been a powerhouse in women's basketball. We've seen it. This isn't surprising. Just the margin of victory is what gets me.
Yeah, it's almost like Fort Hays a few weeks ago against Bethel, I believe, women's Bethel, 123 or 123 to I think 25, I believe was the final,
yeah.
So it's been a while, but let's move on into our show. Would you care to recap Thursday Night Football?
Yeah. Let's go ahead, Matt. We both took the Seahawks. Seahawks cruised 24-30 winners over the Rams, clinching the NFC North.
NFC West.
The big picture now goes to the Rams rookie quarterback, number 1 pick, Jared Goff. Took a gruesome hit by Richard Sherman. That was you got to get out of bounds. Rookie mistake, obviously. We'll see if he gets out of concussion protocol. I don't know if it was as big of a hit as the Seahawks punter took. That was pretty funny, even though he got a concussion too. Just the way the hit went down, the guy lost the ball. It was crazy. The other thing I'm worried about, Matt, and I don't know, we haven't talked much about this, but Cam Chancellor, he went down. I have no idea what his status is. I don't even know if he came back in the game. Definitely a big concern if you're a Seahawks fan going forward.
Yes, I agree with you. Especially, I did see a tweet today. I believe it was ESPN, or SportsCenter or NFL something. They said that no Earl Thomas, not a consistent running attack, and then the overall inconsistencies, just the playing performance this whole year. Do you think they make a deep run into the playoffs with the status that they're at right now?
Their offense can be hot, and then it can be very cold. I think the biggest thing with the Seahawks this year is going to be if they have home field throughout the playoffs. If they do, they have the best shot to win the NFC. If they're on the road, they're going to struggle, I think, with some of these teams like the Cowboys, like the Lions, the Packers, those teams. However, I think they do get the 2 seed. That helps. They'll have it until the NFC Championship game, unless the number 1 seed obviously loses.
Yes.
Really, that's all I got, I guess, about the Seahawks. What do you have?
Well, last night, after defeating the Rams by 21 or 3 touchdowns, which was, in my opinion, a win-win for them, it not only said that they won by 21, the 3 touchdowns. That's good, but if they, like I said yesterday, if they did not win by 3 scores or more, then it was a loss really for them. And a fun fact here I did read was the Rams have given up, I believe it was 6 of their games this year have been more, or they've only scored less than
That's right.
They've only scored less than double digits 6 times this year, which is the most in the NFL, which is not good. And then the Seahawks, 8 times this year in 8 different games, they've held their opponent to less than double digits. And that is the most in the NFL. That is spectacular, but
it is.
With that comes the inconsistencies, like I stated earlier. For clarification, the hit on from Sherman to the quarterback Jared Goff, it was legal, but as a rookie quarterback, you're right. That is a mistake. You do not want to do that unless you're like Cam Newton's size, like as athletic as he is, or Big Ben. Only them two can really take the hits and just get back right up because they're the size of like linebackers or bigger. And then the punter situation with I believe his name's John Ryan. He took off. The middle of the field was wide open on that punt with the long snapper as a lead blocker. He was actually he like tripped. He bobbled it. He tripped. His knee went down. And then there's these pictures. It says that moment when you know you screwed up and you know that the next thing is you're done. Like he went down hard. The Rams player who tackled him. I hope he's fine. I hope Jared Goff's fine. I hate seeing these injuries, but it's part of the game. Well, that basically wraps up Thursday Night Football. It was not a poop fest in Richard Sherman's eyes for the Seahawks. Maybe for the Rams going forward. I would like to see how they handle the situation in the offseason with the head coach and if they get draft picks and with what draft picks they get. So,
real quick, I see the Buffalo guys are upset I'm not in the studio today. Hey, it happens. Glenn, Chef, hey, at least you got me on the mic. At least I called in, so we're good on that.
Yes, that is true.
Matt, we got college bowl games.
You're
for those people that don't know, we have our own league where you guys can join in. It's MHSN Sports Show. There's spaces between MHSN and then the sport, and then sport and show. There's a space. Get in. You have till noon tomorrow, Central Time, I believe. Get in there. You have a great chance. You could maybe be the first guest in the studio.
That is if you beat both of us. Or really, if there's one person, like say one of us is first, another outside person is second, and I'm like last, then that second place person will most likely, we will hopefully can get into the studio. It's just it's an incentive to get onto our show and to talk on a live show to all these sports fans this up and coming great sports talk show between Matty Highland and Smitty McQueen. We hope you guys enter these Bowl Mania pick'ems, Capital One Bowl Mania pick'ems, and do well. Hopefully, there's no surprises with these bowl games.
There's going to be.
It's like
you're going to have upset.
You're right, but hopefully it all works out to where we do have a lucky fan, in the studio with us, sitting right here in between Smitty and myself. Well, speaking of bowl games, would you like to take us through some of the matchups this weekend?
Yeah, I'll go with the first two, then you can go with two. We're not going to have a show Monday, obviously, but we will have one Tuesday. So those of you that are paying attention, we will have a show Tuesday. Brendan, we will get a link on right now after I complete these first two bowl games. I've got it pulled up. So first one is North Carolina Central taking on Grambling State. Obviously, Matt, we're not going to release our picks. You have to be in the bowl pick'em to see who we picked.
Yeah, we don't want to make it easy on the other team or the other players or people participating.
Yeah. New Mexico takes on Texas San Antonio. I did not write the bowl game, the bowl whatever they're called, partly because we had to get the script done quick before I flew out. So you go with the next two, Matt, or next three if you want.
Sure. The Ward Jr., the quarterback for Houston, They take on the Cougars. They take on San Diego State Aztecs this weekend. Then Appalachian State at 9-3 will be going against Toledo, who's also 9-3. Should be a good matchup based off paper and record, like on paper and record-wise. And then we also have Central Florida, who is 6-6, taking on Arkansas State. I have a few of my friends that are down there right now. I believe the bowl game's in Florida, and I have a D-line, best friend D-lineman there, Mr. Jake Swally. Congrats on the bowl eligibility, and hopefully you guys defeat I believe they're the Scarlet Knights of Central Florida. I'm not releasing who I'm picking. I'm just cheering on a fellow friend of mine. You want to take the next two?
Yeah, the ones that'll close it up. Southern Miss and Louisiana Lafayette. And then Central Michigan, Fire Up Chips, take on Tulsa. So those are the bowl games. Make sure you enter our contest. We've posted the link. Share it. Let others join in. And, see what you got on this. NFL, Week 15 pick'ems.
Mm-hmm. Well, we both picked the Seahawks last night, so we started out the week undefeated. That's awesome. 1-0. Our season standings, Brandon or Smitty McQueen, you are 40-21, and I am one game ahead of you at 41-20. And let's just dive right in here. We have an we've been talking about NFC. AFC East matchup between Miami Dolphins, who are 8-5, and the New York Jets, who come in the contest at 4-9. Dolphins are 2.5 point favorites.
And this is tomorrow night.
That is correct. Saturday special here. With these next 2 weeks, we actually have Saturday games. So book your calendars. Make sure your Saturday nights you're watching football. I would love you guys to watch football this weekend. It's a good thing to have Saturday night football back. So it usually happens at the end of every year. I am going with the Dolphins because the Jets, yes, they named Bryce Petty their quarterback. Inconsistencies on the offense. I don't know what's going on with Darrelle Revis. I don't even know what's going on with Tannehill, to be exact. I hope he's fine. I know they signed TJ Yates. It's just a matchup where the Dolphins have too much to lose. They're trying to get into the postseason over the Broncos and over the Ravens and Steelers. I say Dolphins win this. I'm going to pick them as a close game, but not too close. 21-17, Dolphins victory.
I agree. The one thing, though, I think Bryce Petty can be decent. He just needs time. He hasn't got a lot. Matt Moore, he's at least had some experience. I got Dolphins in a close one, 17-13. The next one, Green Bay Packers. We've talked a little about the Rodgers injury. They come in at 7-6. They head to frigid, we already said, high of 3 degrees in Chicago as they face the Bears with a low of -12. This is going to be a cold one. My Pops took the Bears, obviously, last night. I've got to go with the Packers. 24-13, they're playing too good. Aaron Rodgers is the real deal. He should be getting considered MVP-type considerations, especially if he leads this team into the postseason.
I agree with you. I'm also taking the Packers. The Bears, their troubles are they just need to just let it play out the rest of the season. I know your Pops wants the Bears to win and play spoilers, but Aaron Rodgers, no matter what is wrong with his calf, he is going to go out, and I say he's going to get 4 touchdowns with a 28-10 victory over the Chicago Bears. Alshon Jeffrey, I think I saw him that he's most likely going to be active.
Yeah.
So that's good news for the Bears. And Matt Barkley has a weapon to throw to now, but I don't see them getting it done here.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are taking the Packers. I think a lot of people think this is a lock for them in this week. It'll be interesting. We'll see how the Bears do.
Yes. Our next game, we have a AFC South matchup between two teams that I don't particularly have great thoughts for making the postseason. Jags have been eliminated. The Texans are on the cusp, and I believe they're tied with the Titans, or the Titans for the division lead, maybe. Houston Texans 7-6, Jags 2-11. I'm taking the I don't like the Texans. They are inconsistent. The quarterback is Brock Osweiler, has been overrated all year, considering the paycheck he got to start out. I don't believe the Texans get it done. I know it's at home. Jags are going to end up they're not going to lose the rest of the season. They're going to win their third game, and it might be their only win the rest of the season. I have the Jags in a close one, a field goal at the very end to win it, 17-14.
Nice. This one, I'm the same way. I've got the Texans, though, 27-13. And the reason why, one of the 4 Days players, Jason Nicholson, he was on my flight. He's from Austin, huge Houston fan, likes the boys too. But he said he thinks the Texans will win. I've got the Texans as well. I got them 27-13. Brock Osweiler is going to have a good day. It's at home. If this was in Jacksonville, then yes, I would consider it a matchup. But Jacksonville's in the dumps already. They've cleaned out their lockers pretty much. They don't want to be playing anymore this year. Texans win it. I think they got to.
All right, that's good proof of backing up your pick. Yeah, you're right. Jags you're probably right with packing up for the season, as Allen Robinson and Allen Hurns have not produced. Blake Bortles is not good with his pick sixes record.
No.
You want to take us into our next game, Smitty?
Yeah. Sorry about that. Got the Philadelphia Eagles at 5-8, taking on the Baltimore Ravens, who are 7-6. Ravens need this to keep their postseason win alive. Do you think they get the job done?
Yes, I do. The Eagles are in a tough division with the three teams in front of them: Redskins at 3, Giants at 2, Cowboys at 1 in the division. They're just they've already got 8 losses. They're guaranteed almost a losing season, or at least a 500 season that's could be below 500. The Ravens are going to come back from that loss in New England, and they might just stomp the Eagles or shoot them down. They're going to fight each other in the air based off the mascots, and the Ravens will get the job done. Justin Tucker's one of the best kickers in the NFL. Flacco's finding his weapons with Mike Wallace, and Brashad Perriman's coming up now. 27-13 victory, Ravens over Eagles. Who do you have, Smitty?
I believe a Raven would kill an Eagle, so I've got the Ravens. 27-13. Sorry, I had to use that. I'm going on 2 hours of sleep right now, so I might not be making any sense, but that's my logic right now.
Yeah.
I've got the Ravens beating and killing an Eagle. 27-13.
It's
and that leads us into our next one. And as a Chiefs fan, this is a game I'd be kind of scared of, because the Tennessee Titans all of a sudden are on the verge of making a playoff run. They are 7-6. They head to Kansas City to take on your Chiefs, who are 10-3. Chiefs 5.5-point favorites. Do you see? I don't even know why I'm asking this. Why are you taking your Chiefs? That's what I should be saying.
The reason I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs against the Titans is because it'll be a close game. Mariota's a very good quarterback as a second-year player and second-year starter, second-year player. The home field advantage in Arrowhead Stadium, especially this weekend with I believe Tuesday or Wednesday, though kickoff temperature is supposed to be 3 degrees. It's going to almost be like Soldier Field in Chicago. It's just a very cold weekend indeed for NFL teams, at least in the Midwest region here.
It's the temperature's up to 15 degrees for the high, 7 for the low.
Wow. At least it's improved a little bit, but that's still very chilly. Ty Hill for the Chiefs is a star. Really out of nowhere, being a 5th-round pick in this year's draft. Chris Jones is another rookie. He was graded off Pro Football Focus's top 10 rookies. He is number 5, behind, of course, your Cowboys, 2-year Cowboys players. I think the Chiefs get it done. It'll be close, but the defense for the Chiefs, Justin Houston is practicing today after being out previous days or being limited yesterday. Chiefs will get it done. 28-23 victory over the Titans.
This is a game we had talked about going to. We knew I was going to be flying out to Oregon. At first, hang on for a second. We got some communication going on here at the airport. I'm just going to go ahead. You know what? Why wait? I'm taking the Chiefs. I really love my boy Marcus. I think everyone knows I'm representing the Ducks right now. I'm in all orange, or yellow, not orange, yellow and green. Mariota is great. This is a tough place to play. And it's also cold. Mariota's not used to the cold weather. I think it affects him and his game. DeMarco Murray might have a decent day, but after that, I'm just not sure if that'll get him over the hump against the Chiefs. So that's why I'm taking the Chiefs 27-10.
That's a good score to go by. The Chiefs defense is just a great stud defense all around, really. Yes, they are missing Eric Johnson as a player.
I'm excited to see how they play without DJ.
Yes, me
I don't
too.
think they're going to be hurting any, but never know. So
at least he wants to be involved in the process of coaching the linebackers and helping Bob Sutton and the linebackers coach out the rest of the year with his experience being in the NFL for 12 years now, I believe, or 10 years now, or I guess this is his 11th season, and so he will most likely be up in the press box based off not being able to be on the sideline right now after having Achilles surgery. That's enough about that game. We'll move on to the Detroit Lions versus New York Giants matchup. Both teams come in this at 9-4. Giants 4-point favorites. I'm going to go with another fourth quarter comeback for Matthew Stafford and the Lions. 21-20 victory over the New York Giants.
Not so fast. I believe the Giants get this done. Eli's going to have a better game. Obviously, the Cowboys play good. I'm really worried about Matthew Stafford's throwing finger, his middle finger on his throwing hand. I just want to see how it goes one game. Especially if it's cold, getting numb and stuff. I feel like the Giants are too much. I hate to say this. I need the Lions to win.
Yeah, you do.
Just so the boys can clinch our division. I've got to go Giants, 24-20. Sorry to the Lions fans out there. Not happening this week.
I know Eric Carrington would love to disagree with that, like he always does.
Yes.
I have to go with that, though.
Yeah. Our next game, the Indianapolis Colts, 6-7 versus the Minnesota Vikings, 7-6. Vikings are 4-point favorites at home. This is a game where whoever wins keeps their playoff chances alive, very slim. The team that loses, their playoff hopes are done. Their season's over. Who do you got?
I agree with that statement there because the Colts have the 3-team race in the AFC South. The Vikings have the Lions and Packers right in front of them. Well, actually, the Vikings are tied with the Packers at the moment. based off record, not head-to-head exactly. I have the Vikings coming up, and their defense may force Andrew Luck into a frenzy. The special teams with Cordarrelle Patterson, he could get it done with a kickoff return touchdown. It'd be awesome to see that, all these special teams players in the league today in today's world.
Yeah.
Vikings win by 6 points, 23-17.
Yeah, I got the Vikings, 21-17. Minnesota's a tough place to play.
Yes.
I don't care how bad they're doing. It's a tough place. So that is why I am going with the Vikings, and they're going to win by 4.
That's a good good estimate there. The next game we have is another division rivalry, a huge division rivalry between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are 5-7-1. The Steelers are 8-5 with their playoff hopes being the 3 seed if the season ended today as AFC North champions. Steelers, I believe, are 3-point favorites. I don't think it'll be that close. It might even end up being a shootout. I think Andy Dalton could go off, but I'm gonna, based off the news today with AJ Green being out as of, I believe, an hour and a half ago now, him being out, it hurts that offense. So I originally had Steelers 35-28, and I hate saying the Steelers are gonna win, but the Steelers are gonna end up winning 35, maybe 17 now. AJ Green has a huge impact on this game being out.
I've got Steelers 31-17. Ben Roethlisberger is getting his team where they need to be. This is a dangerous, dangerous team. I've said it. I'm starting to worry about these guys making a deep run in the postseason.
I'm scared too as a Chiefs fan.
So I got Steelers, 31-17. Matt, this one, we have to say it because it's the NFC South, the NFL leading South, Atlanta Falcons. They host the 1-12 San Francisco 49ers.
Ouch.
The Falcons obviously 8-5. Falcons are 13.5-point favorites. Do you got them? I've got them huge, Matt. I'll just go ahead and explain it. 38-21. No way. Atlanta's gonna roll. Even without Julio Jones.
Yeah, with Julio Jones being out, the word coming out here 30, 40 minutes ago, they still have weapons on that offense. Sanu, Devontae Freeman, and Tevin Coleman. And Matt Ryan's having statistically the best season offensively in his career. And as a quarterback, that should be looked at as an MVP, like hopeful, really. They're going to get it done. It's going to be more than a 13.5-point victory because you can't have half points in NFL or in really sports, except for the Ryder Cup in golf. But the Falcons get the job done big. The 49ers are just, they need to start over as a program, in my opinion. A 1-12 season is not good. Chip Kelly is an offensive-minded coach. That team has been a defensive-minded coach or defensive-minded program in the last, 5-10 years.
Yeah.
Falcons win big, 35-13.
All righty. I would agree. I would totally agree.
Yes. Now we flip
I
this.
am going.
Oh, shit. Go ahead.
Yeah. Matt, and being in Denver right now, because this is our next matchup, I should have let you brought this one in. I don't know why I just took over. It's because I've seen orange out here.
I'm sorry.
They have not given up. They have not given up on their team.
Nope.
They have a huge matchup with the Patriots. They're 11-2. The Broncos, obviously 8-5. Not what everyone thought this year, but it's starting to see the offense just did not click. The Patriots are 3-point favorites. You know what? These fans out here have not given up. I have not given up on the Broncos. I've got the Broncos beating the Patriots. I hope Andy from Buffalo is listening, because this is the Broncos week. 27-21, second straight year finally. The Broncos get to host the Patriots. The Patriots have not been able to. The Patriots had always hosted these last few matchups up until last year and this year. Broncos win. It's going to be a close one. It's going to be a game-winning field goal by Brandon McManus. I was looking at the wrong score. 27-21. McManus will have two big field goals at the end of the game. And I'm talking about this as a Patriot fan just walked by. Hopefully they did not hear. Who do you got, Matt?
Oh, hopefully hopefully they don't hurt you or do anything to you being a Patriots fan. I think the Patriots are going to lose this weekend. They are not consistent on the road, and going into Denver, going into Mile High, the oxygen's already a problem. And Denver is 8-5. They have arguably the best defense in the NFL when they're all healthy, and they are hard-hitting people. I assume it's going to be decently cold in Denver this weekend. Denver's going to get the job done.
It's cold out here right now. Flying from A's, we had to get outside to get off of the plane. So definitely needed my jacket.
Yeah, you know how it is right now. Yeah. I think the Denver gets it done. I absolutely hate both of these teams. I despise both of these teams. But
it's really going to be a warm game.
Yes.
31 degrees.
Really?
I think anyone would take that.
Who would have guessed it would have been warmer in Denver than in Kansas City this weekend?
Exactly.
Well, either Broncos winning.
Now Chicago. Oh, Chicago. I mean, you obviously should know Chicago's going to be colder than Denver usually.
Yes, further north.
So, yeah. All right,
anyway, I have the Broncos. I have the Broncos winning 23-20.
Okay.
Tom Brady can still get the job done. I just don't know. He's going to be missing Gronk, and it's going to be apparent this game. If he had Gronk, maybe they would score more, maybe 28 or 30. It's not going to happen, though.
Yeah. Michael Floyd's not going to be a big factor this week.
Yeah, like some sources say up there in Buffalo, in the Northeast.
Yeah, Andy, he's crazy about this.
Well,
okay.
We have I believe it's the Sunday night game, or is it the Sunday night game?
No, I left the Sunday night game off the script. Ooh. And how could I do this, Matt?
Anyway.
What? Yeah.
We'll get to that here in a sec. I'll let you bring that in after this AFC West rivalry between the Raiders at 10-3. Go to San Diego and take on the Chargers at 5, who are 5-8. Raiders are favorites by 3 points. It should be more, but I don't agree with that, actually. I believe the Chargers are going to get the job done at home. Phillip Rivers, 23-20, Chargers victory over the Raiders. It'll be a devastating loss for the Raiders based off playoff implications with teams coming up behind them. But now that they are basically out of the race for the division after the Chiefs have beat them twice this year, they might just fall back down in the dumps just one more week. 23-20 Chargers victory.
I'm so shocked that you took this. I don't think the Chargers get her done. I've got the Raiders 30-21. They bounce back. Derek Carr is going to have a big game. And once again, Derek Carr is going to get his Heisman, or not his Heisman, MVP talk back.
Yeah.
Sorry about it. I'm all sorts of clustered right now because I left the Sunday night game out, and it happens to be my favorite team. How can I do that?
That's a typical Cowboys fan move right there.
I can't believe I did that. That is just horrible. I hope it's not looking like this But, I hope it's not bad when Sunday rolls around. Obviously, the Buccaneers, 8-5, travel to the Jury Dome, Jury World. 11-2 Cowboys, who had suffered their second loss, both of them to the Giants. Cowboys go in 7-point favorites. Who do you like?
Man, I don't know. The Buccaneers beat the Chiefs, and they played well on the road. Maybe the Buccaneers do something special. I don't know. Cowboys, Zeke may be too much if they can get the running game going up the gut, really. Because Spencer Ware did okay against the middle of the field. I don't see the Buccaneers winning, though. Sorry, Trevor. I know you love the Buccaneers. I know you're going to be at the game, actually. He's actually down in Texas.
He is going to it. I did not know that.
I think the Cowboys get the job done at home, especially after the week or the loss they had last Sunday night. They come away with a victory, 28-20.
Hey.
What are your thoughts?
Well, obviously, got to take my boys.
I agree.
47-17. There is talk about Romo being quarterback. It ends next week, or Sunday. It ends when Dak Prescott puts up a huge game. He rebounds. Ezekiel Elliott goes off again. Look for Dez to have a big game, too. If you got Dez in fantasy football, put him in your lineup. He is going to have a big game, especially right when you need it, playoff time in fantasy football. The Cowboys defense looked good the other night. They gave up one big play. I think they look good again. And Jerry World's going to be rocking because they will have maybe a chance to bring the NFC East title back for the second time in 3 years. Cowboys by 10, 27-17.
Good score prediction here. I agree with that. Well, since we aren't having a show Monday, like you stated earlier, we'll go ahead and pick Monday Night Football. Carolina Panthers go to the Washington Redskins. Panthers are pretty much out of the race. They're not officially eliminated, but they're out of the race in that NFC South based off the Buccaneers and Falcons and even the Saints, even up there. Redskins are on the cusp of maybe getting a sixth seed going into the playoffs. Redskins are 6.5-point favorites. I'm taking the Redskins. Kirk Cousins all day. The Panthers defense, I don't think Kuechly will play. If he does, he's still not going to be 100%. Redskins 24-21. They may just shut him down the rest of the year to keep him healthy. He is the best middle linebacker in the country. Maybe best linebacker with his skills in the country. Him and Von Miller, linebacker, are right there in Justin Houston. Really, the whole AFC West. But
I've got to agree with you. I've got Washington 24-21. They win.
Yeah.
On a field goal to win it. Game winner.
My bad, Brandon. I said your score. I'm taking the Redskins 27-20. The Redskins will get it done. Kirk Cousins, like I said all day.
Matt, I'll just go ahead and wrap this up. We obviously are taking Monday off. We've mentioned get on our College Bowl Pick'em group. The link is posted in there. Hopefully you can hear me over the loudspeaker.
Yes, I can.
We'll have, on Tuesday, we'll have our breaking news, hot topics always. Week 15 recap. We'll also throw our NFL power rankings in, going into Week 16. Mm-hmm. We'll also give you a bowl recap along with giving you the results of the bowl games. And then lastly, college basketball's AP Top 25 obviously comes out Monday. Big games this weekend. We talked about it on Wednesday's show. It's a big weekend for college hoops too. However, we're not focused on college hoops as we are more focused toward the NFL.
Yep.
As the playoffs are wrapping up. I'm glad I could be live today with you. I hope everything's good back there. It looks like you're just killing it on the set.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well,
that's good. Hey, and you got a big game tomorrow to cover. D2
yes.
National Championship football game. I'm going to go ahead and say right now, Northwest wins. Northwest Missouri State, that is. I think they win by 17.
I could agree with you. Even though
31-13.
Even though the school they're playing is North Alabama, and North Alabama is actually going to be a Division I program next year.
That's right.
Northwest is just a powerhouse in the Division II world in football.
Yeah, and I'm at 31-14. Sorry.
Oh,
I think I said 13.
I think they'll get it done almost like that too, but it'll be 27-10, maybe 28-10. Their offense is spectacular. The defensive line is huge. The Chiefs should draft that whole team. Not going to happen, but it'd be awesome.
Yes,
that is true. I am going to that game in Children's Mercy Park and Legends in Kansas City, so it'll be a good experience.
It'll be a fun time.
Oh yeah, I definitely thank you for joining me live today, even though you couldn't be here.
Like I said, sorry about the delay. I mean, obviously, icy today in Hayes. Wake up and holy cow, it was icy. Luckily, we got the show in. Thanks for staying around, Seth. Thanks for letting that stay around to do this. I would like to also, first off, everyone go follow us on Twitter. It's MHSM Sports Show. Our Facebook page, Matty Highland Smitty McQueen Sports Show. And then our YouTube page, it's the same thing, Matty Highland Smitty McQueen Sports Show. One quick thing, I'd like to thank our producers, Jordan Hester, obviously, and then also give a special shout out. I hope he's doing video today. I don't even know if he is.
He is.
Jeff Corpenny, happy birthday, buddy. Sunday is Mr. Corpenny's birthday. Jeff, happy birthday. Have a great time. Celebrate good. And, hey, I'll see you all in 2 weeks. I'll see you on the show, though, obviously, on Tuesday. I'll be in Portland, or Albany. I will be doing the show live. Matt, you'll be joining me.
Yes, I will.
It's so weird seeing this one-man crew, one-man set. But you rocked it. You rocked it today, besides the Red Friday stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Red Friday.
Anyway.
Well, thank you so much. We hope you have safe travels going to Portland, going to Oregon anyway. We're wrapping the show up. I hope that everybody enjoyed our frozen Football Friday because of the weather here. And we hope that you join us Tuesday, join our Bowl Mania, and we hope you guys have a great weekend.
And make sure, once again, beginning of the year, this show has got some awesome news to bring you guys.
Yep.
You won't want to miss. Hey, hopefully we get famous out here in Oregon and Denver. I mean, heck, Wait up, there goes Brad. Oh, he can't hear me. Shanker just went by. He is on his way to Arizona. Brad, shout out to you. I know you're probably not watching as you're trying to make a flight, but sorry, small world. See the guy that I flew out with. Matt, that's all I got, buddy.
All right. You have a good weekend, Smitty. From Matty Highland and Smitty McQueen, have a good weekend, and we will see you Tuesday.